Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our NMN launch event. I am Pamela Zimmer. I'm a corporate director here at APLGO. I've been with the company for 5.5 years, and I am super excited to be here presenting to you all with my colleagues, some of the most amazing humans on the planet that I have met from all over. We are all excited, and we thank you that you have taken a little time out of your Saturday to be with us here today and learn about NMN, which is our newest product from APLGO. Some of you might know that we have our flagship product, which is a negative ion lozenge drop, and I will briefly touch on that later on in the presentation, but today is all about NMN. So it's exciting and I'm ready to get going. If my slides will work. If really they will work. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna start over. We're not gonna start over. Here we go. Okay. All right, so NMN and NAD plus. How many of you have heard of NMN or NAD plus, NAD plus? And I can't see all of you. I only see a handful of you, but I'm raising my hand. But it was maybe a year ago that I started hearing and seeing things on the internet, online, as I was just kind of scrolling, researching, looking at other people's posts, other friends of mine that are in the wellness and health industry, reading some articles, all that kind of stuff, that I started hearing about this thing called NAD plus. And I started doing a little bit of research on it and came to understand that it helps our body. It is a contributing factor to energy. And that was kind of the basics of what I understood it to be. Now, obviously, I've done a little bit more research. By no means am I a professional expert scientist. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a researcher aside from my own little due diligence research. But NMN and NAD plus, those are terms that are really skyrocketing in the wellness space right now. This statistic right here, 3.9 billion projected global market in 2025. That was last year. We're already in 2026, obviously. So this is a little bit of an older statistic, but if we were at 3.9 billion last year and we're just continuing to grow, it like every single day, more and more people are searching and wanting to know what it is. Some of the celebrities out there are talking about it. There are videos out there. It is a huge trend in the health and wellness space, especially when it comes to biohacking, reverse aging, energy, longevity, performance, all of that stuff. It is the fastest growing category, and we're excited because we are on board the trend train. And I want to share also, like, who is behind some of this research that's been happening. Now, I've done a lot of personal research. I've watched tons of videos, read several articles from this gentleman here, David Sinclair. He is Harvard Medical School professor of genetics. He's probably one of the most prominent people out there on the internet in the NMN NAD plus space. He's been interviewed. He's kind of changed his view on it as he's continued to do his research. So it's very interesting because he isn't just someone, in my opinion, that just puts out there what he thinks and then leaves it alone. Like, his research continues to grow and evolve. And so for me, he's a trusted expert that I follow. He doesn't promote a specific product either, which is something else that I admire about him. He's not like, hey, you should take this. This is my product. It has my name on it. Um, and then these other two experts, I've just touched on them a little bit. I have not personally gone as in depth, but I want to share this with you because it's not just us telling you, hey, you need NMN, hey, you need NAD plus. There's actual research that goes back decades. for what these molecules basically are. And you can see here, David Sinclair, he says NMN is one of the closest solutions to the fountain of youth that we have. And I don't know about you, I just turned 52 and I don't feel 52, even though sometimes my body says, hey, remember, you're 52. Um, we all want to stay young forever. We want our minds to be able to match the age of our bodies, or I think that's backwards. We want our bodies to be able to match the age that we feel in our mind. I don't feel 52 in my mind, and I want to support my body in keeping young with how I feel. And so I'm in love. I'm in love with NMN that produces NAD plus. So let's get into kind of the basics, nitty gritty of it. NMN, this is our APLGO product. Well, you can see it. It's a real product. It's brand new, and it is all about reaching your cells faster and getting the ingredients. One of the things that we are proud about here at APLGO is the fact that all of our products have absorption that beats any other supplement on the market. We take pride in that. We take pride in the fact that our ingredients are clean, they go right into your bloodstream, and so within minutes, you can feel the effects of it. I have a little video, and I am pretty confident and praying it will play for you all.
You wake up, and your first thought isn't, good morning, but 5 more minutes. By midday, you're overwhelmed. Your head feels heavy. You want to lie down, but there are still so many tasks ahead. In the evening, you collapse into bed, exhausted, and can't even remember where your energy went. People tell you it's age, just accept it. But it's not about age. It's about your cells. They're simply running lower on fuel. Inside every cell of your body is a molecule called NAD+. It's the primary source of energy. It supports cellular maintenance and key biological processes. By age 50, NAD+ levels drop by 50%. Your cells aren't aging. They're running out of fuel. Like a car with an empty tank, there's an engine, but no power to move. That's where NMN comes in. NMN is the most direct way to restore NAD+. It's not a stimulant or caffeine. It's real cellular fuel, power for your body at the most fundamental level. But it's not just about NMN itself. It's about how APLGO has designed and packaged it. First, dissolvable strips, not capsules, tablets, or powders. A thin strip that melts on your tongue in just 15 seconds. No water needed, no forgot to take it. Second, liposomal technology. Ordinary supplements lose up to 80% of their potency in the stomach. Our NMN is protected and delivered directly into the cells. Absorption is significantly enhanced over standard capsule delivery. Third, a powerful 6-in-1 formula. Each strip combines NMN, vitamin C, liposomal glutathione, xylitol, and berry extracts. It's not just one molecule. It's a team working together to boost energy and protection.
Okay, so does everyone have their NMN with them? Okay, don't take it yet. I'm gonna make you hold on to it a little longer. Um, this is something that really struck me, this statistic here. By age 50, our body's natural NAD plus levels drop in half. And there's nothing like it just happens. It's a natural occurrence. So if you think of your body as this battery, and by the time you get to age 50, your battery is at half capacity, half power, what do you think that does? And how do you think that affects us day in and day out? We're fatigued, we're tired, we can't think clear. It takes us longer to recover. Perhaps our sleep is not ideal and it's disruptive. So I don't know, does anyone have any experience feeling the brain fog or the low energy, or you hit the wall at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, noon even, and you're just like, oh, I'm sluggish. I can't function the way I used to. I don't feel the way I used to. I don't look the way I used to because my body is aging. And that's what NAD plus contributes to in our body. So, NMN is not a stimulant. It is, I can't read this. It's cellular fuel. So when we take NMN, it is the precursor, meaning it is what triggers NAD plus to start creating itself in our body. Now, again, I'm going to repeat, I am not a scientist. I am not a medical professional. I'm not a nutritionist. If I mispronounce something, please forgive me. But one of the things that NMN is important for, and here you guys can read it on the screen. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I still haven't nailed down the pronunciation. You can read it right here. NMN, it is what it actually stands for. Mononucleotide. I can pronounce the second word. First word is all up to you. But it is, when we take NMN, it triggers NAD plus to generate in our body. And that is important because it is cellular fuel. Our bodies can't run without the energy in our cells. It fuels ATP production, which is all about recovery, metabolism. It fuels serotonin, sorry, not serotonin, sirtuin, which also helps against inflammation. It helps with our telomeres. Telomeres, if you don't know, are the little tips at the end of every single strand of our DNA. It's almost like those little plastic tips that you have on the end of a shoelace so your shoelace doesn't fray. That's what a telomere is. It protects the strands of our DNA from degeneration. So NMN is really, really important and really powerful. Now, you saw in the video that our strip is directly into our bloodstream because we put it on our tongue. It dissolves in our mouth. It's through that mucosal absorption, just like all of the other products that we have at APLGO. Versus when you take a standard capsule or pill of anything, whether it's NMN, vitamin C, any supplement, any capsule, anything that you're putting in your stomach, you're not getting all of the ingredients and all of the absorption because it has to go through your stomach, and that stomach acid degrades it. Sometimes we can't absorb the things that are in the capsule because it's just it passes through us without being absorbed. So that's one thing that's really important to note, that we have within 15 minutes. I would even suggest to say shorter because you'll see shortly when we put this strip in our mouth, you'll see really how fast these things dissolve, and you're getting up to 90% absorption. So 15 to 20% absorption or 90% absorption. I'll let you guys be the judge of which one is better. So, why is liposomal, that word, important? Because that's what allows it to bypass into our cells. So again, you put the strip on your tongue and you all will experience it. Trust me, it's worth the wait. You'll put it on your tongue. It probably will stick directly to the roof of your mouth, and that's okay. But it dissolves literally in like 15 seconds. It's super quick. And then the technology in this will help it absorb directly into our cells. Um, and it's transmitted into our blood cells completely intact. So there's no breaking down of the ingredients. It goes right through the cell membrane for full absorption. Not only do we have NMN in this product, but we also have vitamin C. We have liposomal glutathione. That's another one that I just figured out how to pronounce correctly without having to sound it out, glutathione. Um, and these ingredients, we all know vitamin C, right? We know that these ingredients help with immune support, they help stress, they help with energy, they help repair our cells. And then we also have berry extracts, which berries are a high source of antioxidants. Antioxidants help us fight inflammation, it helps us fight disease, it helps repair the cells. And we have xylitol in there, which is gives it that pleasant taste, and it's often used in oral health care products as well. So not only do we have just NMN in here, which a lot of other products on the market you'll see are only NMN, but we have a team of ingredients working together synergistically at the cellular level. So, okay, I've talked a lot about it. Who's ready to actually take their NMN strip? I usually take mine first thing in the morning, but you guys, I waited. I waited because I knew we were doing this today. So, if you have your strip, I invite you to open the package. There's a little tab right here at the top that says open, and it should already be started for you. So if you just open it, Lily, I see you're going to get yours. Oh my gosh. Okay, I put lotion on, so my hands are a little slippery. Kevin, I see you got yours. Lori, Clover, do you have yours? You are the only people I can see right now. Okay, so we're gonna open up the package. You'll see that it's stuck here like this. So we're gonna peel it off, right? It just looks like this. It's super thin. It's literally like a super thin fruit roll up. And we're just gonna place it on our tongue. That's it. Mine immediately went to the roof of my mouth, and that's common. And then literally within 15 seconds, it's going to be dissolved and it's going to be working its way into my bloodstream. So while we're enjoying this, I invite you to just take this little 10-second energy test and then score yourself 1 for everything that you can check and put your score in the chat. And then we're going to refer back to it later on towards the end. So the 10-second energy test. Hard to get up in the morning, even if you've had enough sleep. Feeling tired after lunch, wanting to lie down. Difficult to concentrate. Recovery after workouts or stress takes longer than before. Sleep doesn't leave you feeling rested. You have less energy than you did 5 years ago, even though your lifestyle hasn't changed. Or maybe your lifestyle has gotten healthier, but you still feel like you have less energy than you used to. Forgetfulness has become more frequent and concerning. Your skin has lost firmness and radiance, and there are signs of fatigue, like visible signs, those dark circle baggies under your eyes. You often catch yourself thinking, I used to handle this more easily. And then the last one, motivation has decreased. There used to be more drive and desire to do things. So just rate yourself again, put 1 for every one that you can check, and then type it in the chat, and we will come back to that. Now, my strip is pretty much dissolved. Does anyone else have that same experience? If you're dissolved, raise your hand. Or nearly dissolved. And how about the taste? I love the taste. I feel like it tastes like a sour patch, a tart, like a sweet tart, almost like a sweet tart grapefruit roll up kind of thing. So put in the chat what you guys think of the taste too, because I would love to know your experience with that. And then we will keep going. So one of the things that is really important, we know that there is no such thing as a quick fix, overnight pill, magic pill, right? Everything takes time. Your body takes time to heal and recover. We didn't get to this way overnight, so nothing's going to be fixed overnight. So we with all of our things are a big proponent of taking the time to let your cells recover. So one of the things that we're finding, and I think most of us have only had this product not 8 weeks yet, because we just launched it at our convention in April and we're just now at the end of May. So I don't think any of us have hit this 8-week mark yet, but one of the things that we can be confident in is there's no caffeine in here. In these little NMN strips, there's no caffeine. So it's steady energy without the crashes. You don't have to worry about taking it in the afternoon. Some people get that instant energy, but there's no caffeine in it. Faster recovery, deeper sleep, clarity of mind. You're going to get a boost in metabolism. Well, I will say you could get a boost in metabolism. We're not making any claims for anyone here. And your ability to fight stress and environmental factors within your body is going to be increased. You're going to have better protection for your cells. So, if this is something that you consistently use, just like any regimen, just like any health protocol, the more you use it, the more results that you're going to get. So, with that, I would like to open it up and invite some testimonials. So, if you have a testimonial to share, if you've been using this for a little while and you want to share in a quick 1 or 2 minutes, go ahead and raise your hand and we can unmute you. And I want to know what some of you all who have been on it for a little bit, what is your experience? Anyone, anyone? Okay, Amber, go ahead.
Yeah, I calculated it last night. I have been taking it about 36 days now. I haven't missed a day. I noticed quickly, like, I had a little bit extra energy daily, but the tasks that I used to put off on a daily basis, I have found more motivation to do. But the best benefit for me is sound sleep. I used to refer to myself as a rotisserie chicken because I tossed and turned all night and sleeping. And so, or I rolled over all night, you know. And so now I go to sleep like really quickly whenever I hit the bed, and I am soundly sleeping. My REM sleep has increased, and of course I do pair that with a relax at night, but it's working even better because of the NMN. And I'm loving it. I don't miss a day, and I definitely recommend it for everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Amber. Okay. Colleen.
So I haven't been taking it as long as Amber has, but I travel a lot for work and I was driving. This is kind of like I've taken it, I try to remember to take it every day, but the other day I was driving home and I was getting really tired. And so I remembered, oh my gosh, I didn't take this today yet. And I took one and I had about an hour and a half left on my trip and it snapped me right out of it. So it really did help me a lot. Just like, and I was actually kind of shocked myself that it helped me that quickly, but it did. So it was good. It was good. I was happy about that. So yes, it did work.
Awesome. Great. And it's easy, right? You didn't have to stop for a
Mm-mm,
cup of coffee. You just like
mm-mm.
take it out, throw it in your mouth, keep driving. Yep. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, Colleen.
Of course.
Lori.
Well, I am a bit older than most of the people on this Zoom. And so I started taking one a day. And then I decided, I think I need two a day. A couple of days, I've actually taken three just to see if I could tell a difference. And I'll just tell you some of the things that have happened for me. For one thing, it really helps my brain fog go away. It helps me be able to have clarity. When I make a list of what I need to do, I don't just let it sit there all day. I pick things and I do them and I accomplish projects, and that is great. Another thing is sleep. I'm a pretty good sleeper, but I have to admit, I used to get up 3 or 4 times every single night or turn over, wake up, not look at the clock because I don't even want to know what time it is. But now I am sleeping much better, sleeping through the night almost all the time and getting good rest so that when I get up in the morning, I'm ready to get going. And those are just two things that have really helped me a lot.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Lori.
Mhm.
I appreciate that. Let's see. Who else is John? And then Kelly.
With me, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you just great.
I'll be 72 this year. And what I noticed is after I started taking two a day, after about a week, I was noticing increased endurance and stamina when I was working out at a noticeable level. It wasn't that I thought, well, maybe I think I feel a little bit better. No, there was a definite quicker recovery after workout and more stamina while doing my workouts.
Awesome. Excellent. Love to hear that. Thanks, John. And Kelly. Oh, Oh, did we lose
There we
her?
go. Nope, I
Okay.
think I'm here twice actually. So
Oh, okay.
hopefully it doesn't echo. I noticed sleep more than anything right out of the gate because I don't sleep very well. Like I'm lucky to get 2 hours a night or four in a couple days. I have a 40-hour night shift and a 40-hour day shift. So I've taken it both at night and during the day, not in the same 24 hours, but experienced both ends of the spectrum. And what I felt like it did for me is accentuate what I was already in the like pattern of, like if I'm going to bed or if it's night, it felt like it helped ease me into my sleep and keep me asleep longer. But if it was like I took it in the morning, then I had energy for all day. And it was intense energy, not like a scattered, crazy, nervous energy, but definitely the focus that everybody's talking about. I felt that as well. But I was able to do a lot of projects around the house that I've been putting off and finish them, like not just get halfway through and burn out and have to come back or, all that mess. So I've noticed the energy, the sleep, and I just love them. They're so convenient. They're my favorite. I'm in love with them.
I love it. Thanks, Kelly, for sharing. Anyone else? Last call for testimonials. All right. Well, oh, okay. I will share my quick testimonial. So when I first got my order, I took it every morning for 7 days. Narita, I see you. You can go right after me. Um, I took it for 7 days and I felt immediately the energy burst. And I took it in the morning, and I'm typically the person that hits the wall, like the crash around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm ready for a nap. And I have to say, the first day, I think it didn't hit me till maybe 4 or 5. And then the rest of the days that week, it was like 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night until I felt like, oh, I'm tired now. Then I stopped taking it for a week because I wanted to do a little test on myself, and I wanted to see, because there were some other things going on in my life at the same time too, and I had just gotten back from travel, and there was a lot. So I stopped taking it for a week, and immediately I noticed I was tired again. I mean, like afternoon sluggish tired. So I started taking it again, and I've been on it now, I think 10 days. Maybe this is like week 2. And again, I can noticeably tell my energy is more sustained throughout the day. But the cool thing, I struggle a lot with inflammation, and I'm constantly doing stuff like I have the red light, I elevate my feet, I have compression socks, like I do all the things. But still, sometimes in the mornings, I'll wake up and like, oh, my ankles are puffy. Well, I think it was 3 days ago I noticed I hadn't really been doing any of the other stuff, and my ankles aren't as swollen. So for me, something in my body is working at a cellular level to help with the inflammation. And that by far is the hugest win. Like I can take GTS and I can take all these other things to help with the energy as well, and the focus, the mood, all of the things. But for me, nothing has worked so quickly, consistently on my inflammation as NMN. So that's that's what I wanted to share. Narita, do you have a quick little testimonial for us? If you're able to unmute.
Yes,
Okay,
there
there
we
you go.
go. Am I
Yay.
okay?
Yes, you are.
Can you see me?
I
Can you
can
hear
see
me?
you. Yes.
Okay, so I jumped right in with both feet and was crazy wild about it. And the first 3 days, it was kind of like the sky seemed bluer. I don't know. You know, you're gonna have to think I'm wacko or something, but it was like it was like the colors were more vibrant. And I started when I was in Florida and we were down at the ocean. And I remember taking one as we were driving down to the water. And it was kind of like within about 30 minutes, it was like I noticed the colors seemed just brighter. And I loved it for the first few weeks. I took it, and then a little bit of a tiredness came in, and I think what's happening is it's helping my body to readjust. And so I've been on it and off of it, but I noticed that I sleep a lot better when I'm on it without. It's woke me up to taking better care of my body, is what it's done. It's made me much more aware of different things that are in my life. And I've been using these products since 2021, and I feel 100% better now than I did in 2021 on all the drops. When they added this, I thought, well, how can I get any better? But I'm thinking that what it did to me is it's made me more aware that even though I'm doing very well, there's still benefits that I can get from other things that they bring out. And perhaps I need to be more aware of getting a deeper sleep. And that is one thing that I've truly noticed, is that my sleep pattern when I'm on the NMN is much deeper sleep. And I got a new watch, so I can't prove it by the stats, but I feel that way when I get up in the morning. So anyway, but so far I really like it, and I can't wait to give it the true test because I'm getting back on it full time pretty quick. Kind of like you. I think we have to take away and then add in. And I love this company and I love the products, and I think NMN is something that a lot of people need, especially when they hit 50.
Thanks,
Yep.
Narita. Thank you so much. All right, one last call. Speak now, forever hold your peace, or type it in the chat because we're moving on. So let's talk
There
about.
goes Carol.
Oh, Carol. Yes, go ahead, Carol.
I do have a testimony of the
Okay.
first time that I actually took it. I substitute taught through school this past year, and I was really dragging. And it's like, oh my gosh, I have my NMN with me. Nom noms. I call them nom noms. It's just so much easier for me. So I took it around 10 o'clock, and I wasn't even thinking. And all of a sudden, I felt so much better. I had all this energy. Everything was going just fabulous. It's 10:38. Going, oh my gosh, 38 minutes. And it's like it's changed my whole life at that point. Made it through the whole day, went quicker. My attitude was better. I mean, that's my first day. I've been on it every day since. So I love it. And I love the taste.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was my first day experience, but I have to say every day is a great experience.
I love it. 38 minutes changed your life. Boom,
38
just like
minutes.
that. We're going to quote you on that one.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Carol. Okay, really, last call. Anyone else? Kevin, do you want to speak? Anything?
You can go ahead. I want to keep you on time.
Okay.
I think a lot of people have shared some amazing
Okay.
testimonies today.
Thank you. All right, so let's talk about what does it take? What does it cost? Everyone wants to know that, right? We're not going to tiptoe around it. There are options out there, right? We mentioned in the beginning that the capsule, the pills, and the absorption and all of that stuff. A lot of people are going to these drip bars and IV clinics to get an IV of NAD plus or other things. Personally, I don't do needles. I don't like them, and I don't want to sit there for an hour with my arm hooked up to something and pay a couple $100s for a one-time thing. For the capsule stack that we have here in the middle, again, we don't just have NMN in this strip. We have all the things. We have vitamin C, we have glutathione, we have antioxidants, we have metabolism support through all of the ingredients that we have in here. So if you were to take all of those ingredients and individually buy a jar of them, Your cost would be 150 to 250 or more, depending on where you're getting your bottles. And again, the absorption rate is going to be very, very low. Obviously, an IV is going to have the highest absorption of 100%, but also the highest cost and the highest time to sit there. So what we have with our one little strip, it's only $80 for a box. And in a box, you get 30 strips. So every single day for $80, you can get something that is 90% absorption. It's super quick and it has all of these things already in it. Dissolves in seconds. You heard Colleen say she took it. You know, you don't have to stop for a cup of coffee. You don't have to take it with water. You can literally just put it in your mouth on the go. And in 38 minutes, it can change your life. Um, so that's the cost. And then you've heard some of us talk about these other little things, and maybe you're brand new to us and you have no idea what we're talking about. Maybe you have been with us for a little bit. Maybe you have been with us for a long bit. Our signature flagship product are our botanical lozenge drops. They're plant-based, they're infused with negative ions. You pop it in your mouth like it's like a little cough drop lifesaver, literally tastes like a Jolly Rancher, nothing candy about it. One of the things, and Narita, I think you kind of touched on this, that when you take the NMN, it actually enhances anything else that you're already taking. It will enhance the other products that you're on. So here are just a couple little examples how you could bundle or batch a personal protocol together to enhance whatever your goal is. So, for example, if you want to feel as energized as you used to, you can pair NMN with GTS, which is our energy drop, and STOP, which is for pain. And it also helps with circulation, and that circulation is important to get our blood flowing so that we can utilize all the ingredients that are within our blood cells. You want to age with more energy and vitality. You can pair NMN with LFT, which is our newest drop, and it is for reverse aging and telomeres. Remember, we talked about that, those little like tips, like the shoelace tip at the end of your strands of DNA. LFT does that, and then Grow, which is immune support and also helps with hair, skin, nails. You're growing. And then if you want a clear mind without stress, how many could use a little less stress and a little clearer mind? I certainly could. We can pair NMN with Brain, which is our brain support drop. It helps with cognitive function, brain fog, all of that. With Relax, which is our kind of our stress drop, and also helps with sleep. And then maybe you want radiant skin. You can pair NMN with Beauty, BTY, which is for natural collagen production within our body. And again, hair, skin, nails. We also have collagen in our joints, so that's important too. And we can also pair it with Grow, again, same one over here, which helps with immune support and also helps with hair and nails, along with our beauty skincare, which is an amazing luxury product made in Europe, same clean ingredients as all of the rest of them. So these are just some examples how you could take NMN and pair it with something else to enhance whatever it is that you're going after in your health goals. Um, so again, NMN is one of the things that is the highest searched wellness information term on the internet right now. And we all know that without our cellular energy, we can't function. It's like if we had our cell phone and it was down to 50% battery or 10% or 5% and it's screaming low battery, low battery, low battery, what do we have to do? We have to plug it into the power source. Otherwise, it's not going to work. We can press the on button as many times as we want, but if this thing is dead, it's not going to work. Our cells are very much in the same way. If our capacity, if the battery of our cellular energy is low, it's depleting, we have to plug it in. And how do we plug it in? We take NMN, which is the precursor to NAD+, which is what generates that energy back in our cells and helps us get back to youthful rejuvenation and all of the things that we want, reclaiming the life that we all want to get back to. So again, we can take the NMN strips on our own, and then we can enhance and pair it with the APLGO drops if we so choose. This is how you do it. Again, 1 month is $80. We saw that on the other slide. Do you guys remember what score you did on that 10-second energy test? So if we go back, you can scroll back up in the chat if that's where you need to go to remember what your score was. Most people who score a 5 or plus, they they know, like, okay, I need to give my body a fighting chance, because we also know that nothing's going to change overnight. Nothing's going to change likely permanently within 30 days. And it takes about 90 days for our cells to regenerate and go through a whole new cycle. So we do have a 4 month kit for 250, which makes it, I think it's about 62.50 a box. So it's cheaper, more affordable than just the 1 month. Again, it's not a pill. It's not, we don't need water for it. We don't have to worry about mixing it or anything like that. And you can pair it with the botanical lozenges for your personalized protocol. So I just invite you, get back with the person who invited you here today. If you're curious, if you're ready to get started, they can help you decide what's best for you, whether it's just a single box, a kit with a 4-pack, the lozenges alongside it, whatever it is for you, they can help you do that. And I just want to say thank you for, again, taking some time out with us today on a beautiful Saturday. And here is to your energy, your sharp mind, your health, and a life worth living, because you're taking care of your body the way that your body is craving to be taken care of. So I'm going to stop the share. And look at all of you beautiful people here. Um, thank you. Okay,
Pamela,
do we have
Pamela,
questions?
in the
Yes.
chat, Betsy asked a question about empty stomach.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let me see. Where is that chat? Or where's that question? Do you
It's
want
back
to?
there. She just was like, she was questioning empty stomach. I guess you had mentioned in your presentation at some
Oh,
point that talking about taking an empty stomach. My response back to her was it's preferred, but it's not required.
right.
Maybe you have a little bit more insight on that, or is that sufficient?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So yeah, you heard me say earlier that I usually take it first thing in the morning. Well, okay, actually, I take my coffee first, and my coffee has protein creamer in it, and then I take my strip, and then I take my drops, and then I eat breakfast. However, today, because I wanted to do it all with you all, I ate breakfast first, and I took my strip, I don't know, an hour after I ate. One of the things that I love about all of our products is the lack of rules. There really are no rules other than you do what your body feels is most beneficial for you. So if you take it on an empty stomach and that works for you, great. I think because it's cellular and it's not even going through your digestive system, does it really matter if you're full or empty on a stomach? Probably not. So I would say the one rule is do what you feel your body responds to best, if that answers your question. And no chewing. That's right. That's the second rule. The first rule is we have no rules. The second rule is don't chew. Thanks,
Well,
Kelly.
here's a third rule.
Yes.
This is specific only to the strip and to a certain demographic of people. I put it in the chat, but if you have a full plate denture in your upper, don't put it on the roof of your mouth because that ain't your roof for your mouth.
Yes.
So put it on the side of your cheek, on the
Mhm.
inside of your cheek. That way it sits there. Some people put it under their tongue, although I found it actually alters the flavor of it when you put
Mm.
it there, which is weird. So some people don't like the taste of it there. So I think a good middle ground would be your cheek.
Awesome. That's great advice. Yes. I do know some people have folded it up and put it under your tongue because it's kind of big to put under your tongue without folding it. But yeah, if you have dentures, that's you're gonna stick it up to some plastic there, I think. Um, awesome. Okay. Any other questions? I'm kind of scrolling through the chat here. And if you have a question, feel free, just unmute and um,
I just want to say you've done an amazing job. Thank you so much. It was beautiful.
thanks, Narita. And thank you to my
And I
amazing
would put it,
co-host.
I was going to put it in the chat, but I haven't learned how to use my phone. Don't laugh, everybody. It's okay. I don't have to learn to use my phone yet.
Nope.
But I was going to put it in my chat, but my chat is so different now on this phone. So eventually I'll learn to use it. Beautiful, beautiful presentation. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again to all my amazing co-hosts. And oh, I got an echo here somewhere. And thank you to the guests that came and shared. And I truly hope that you get back with the person who invited you. They can answer any questions. It's truly an amazing product. Again, it's the trend in the wellness space right now, and I'm excited and proud that we have a product that exceeds most everything else out there on the market with our APLGO NMN. So with that, I'm going to stop the recording